Hello, humans. What's going on? Do you guys know that a part of being human is experiencing 50% negative emotions and 50% positive emotions? Don't argue with me. Just adopt this belief for like a week and then you can have your old beliefs back. So if you are experiencing negative emotions today, it's okay. It's okay. If you are experiencing positive emotions today, it's also okay. This is what I want your mantra to be. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now, if you're experiencing positive and negative emotions at the same time, it's also okay. When we start resisting our emotions, negative or positive, that's when it starts to turn into a problem. That's when we start eating or yelling at our kids, doing anything, over shopping, over Netflixing, overeating. So I want you to decide now, you're going to be somebody who eats to numb, who eats to soothe. It's okay if the answer is yes. Actually, it's not wrong or bad to eat, to soothe or to numb, but like just ask yourself, is it actually working for me? It never actually worked for me. It's so interesting. So ask yourself instead, when you find yourself walking in the pantry, you've got the Dorito like about to go in your mouth, ask yourself instead, like, what am I actually seeking here? Is it comfort? Is it to fix? Is it to numb? Is it to escape? Is it to avoid? What's actually going on for me here? And how can I help myself? What's the best way that I can help myself? Because for most of us, food will actually not help us. It's actually going to make the problem worse. So what can I actually do to provide myself with some soothingness? Some soothingness, is that a word? Some comfort. What can I actually give myself to create some relief? Knowing simultaneously that our emotions, the vibrations in our bodies, are not problems. They're just vibrations. And when we are not in resistance to those vibrations and we're like, oh, this is okay that I'm having this vibration. This is okay. This is okay. This is normal. I'm a human. I'm supposed to feel 50% negative emotion and 50% positive emotion. It's supposed to be happening. It should not be any other way. Then you can free yourself of possibly eating for emotional reasons and of like excess weight, physical weight for sure, emotional weight 100%, mental weight, duh. That is what I have for you today. If you are feeling emotions, it's okay. See if you can move into acceptance and allowance of those emotions. They're allowed to be there. They're not going to cause anything bad, I promise you, when you allow them. It's the resistance to them that causes the bad things. This poem about the guest house from Rumi. Have you guys heard this poem? It's exactly what I teach inside the Yummy Mummy Experience and the Yummy Mummy Masters. And it just says, you want me to read it to you? Oh, it's super cute. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor, right? This is what I want you guys to do, is to allow the emotions like visitors. You guys remember that movie Inside Out? They're like all little caricatures. Let them in. When you let them in, they don't cause a problem. When you lock the door to them, that's when havoc starts wreaking. It says, welcome and entertain them all. I love that, right? Stay as long as you like. Of course you're here. Rage. Of course you're here. Disgust. This is the human experience. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that you're here. Don't be shocked when you have negative emotions. When you get really good, it won't be as uncomfortable anymore. I'll be like, oh yeah, this is anxiety. Anxiety always comes to the party. Anxiety is usually the first one here. Come on in, anxiety. This is called The Guest House by Rumi. So then he says, he may be clearing you out. I was just talking to my husband and I was mad and I was like jealous. I was totally being irrational, but like I got it out. I cannot tell you on the other side of that how much freedom there was. And so know that for yourself. Are you like a talker-outer? Are you a meditator? Are you a journaler? Like, know that for yourselves. How do you like to process? Right? Is it a walk? Is it a bath? Like, I know for myself, it's talking. And sometimes there's like this tightness here. I don't want to like admit it or like come clean to my husband. My poor husband. He's like a coach. He doesn't even know it. He's like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm like, yeah, you fucking did. Yeah, you fucking did. And then I always feel better. Okay, so what is that for you? Okay, so this is also what Rumi goes on to say. I'm almost done. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And you can like literally ask your anxiety or your fill in the blank negative emotion. Like they're not negative, by the way. I just go like that because then you guys like understand what I'm talking about. Because negative emotion is not bad or wrong or any of that. So like ask them, like be receptive, be willing to hear, like what message do you have for me? Like can we be in conversation as a guide from beyond? Like what guidance do you have for me? What wisdom do you have to offer me? What might you want to say back to that emotion? I want to recommend that you say it's okay. You're allowed. It's not a problem that you're here. I love you. Life is 50-50. Be willing to experience it all, especially if you want to experience the good. If you're willing to experience that fucking deep, dark shame, ecstasy is on the other side, right? If you're willing to go from one end of the spectrum to the other, then you get both instead of just like this numb, like middle, like blah. So if you're really willing to see that shame, I promise you there's like a little carrot for you. But don't do it because I told you there was a carrot. Do it because you're a human. You're actively signing up for the human experience. So be an active role in that. That's what I have for you today. I love you all. Make sure you are on the list. If you want to learn this practice of really what this is loving yourself and you as a human being and not a fucking like alien robot. If you want to lose weight for the last time, part of that is learning how to feel and process your emotion. You're not taught this in the 8th grade. I don't know why. Don't get me started. Right? So I want you to go to Laura Conley, LauraConley.com. Click work with me and get yourself on the wait list. The next round of the Yummy Mummy experience, this is my group coaching and course where you learn and you become the person who's lost weight for the last time. Guaranteed. Seriously, guaranteed. Okay? So doors are going to open, I think, June 27th-ish. So make sure you're on the wait list because you get first access when doors open, when enrollment opens. Okay. I love all y'all. Ciao, bye.